Load, load, loads. You lived in heaven for
Okay,
centuries
we are
before,
back in
but you never knew there was
Gloom
anything
and
more than the
Doom.
clouds and the celestial
It's
cities.
kind of late for me, so I might not be on for as long as usual, but we'll see what we can get, how much farther we can get. Alright.
All you remember is the light, the clouds, and eternal blue skies. But now Michael is leading you and Winona into the deepest and darkest parts of heaven. Into places where the light can't reach. Gloom, I've never been to this place. Is this still considered heaven? Michael, you have not. Well, it is not exactly a pleasant place to visit. Michael, I do not like it down here either. Michael, which is why I normally send the worker angels instead. Winona stumbles and almost falls. Gloom, are you okay, kid? Winona, Gloom. I'm not feeling so good. Everything is so heavy. Gloom, you're being weakened by the aura of heaven. Gloom, can you walk? Winona, I think so. Just in case, you reach out and hold her hand. She clings to your arm with both of her hands. Gloom, how much further are we going, Michael? Michael, just a little further, brother, relax, we will get there soon enough. Gloom, is there a faster way? Winona is feeling really uncomfortable. Winona, I'll be okay. Michael, see. She says she will be okay. Gloom, why are we traveling so far, and to such a deserted place? Michael, I have prepared a cell far away from the light and the angels. Michael, just in case anything goes wrong. We cannot allow the Doombringer to get too close to the cities. Finally, you come to a large rocky area hidden behind vegetation. Michael takes you through a small cave opening and into a very familiar room. You are shocked to see an exact replica of your lair, built in heaven of all places. Gloom, what is this, Michael? He throws his head back and laughs in that sickening manner. Michael, oh this? Michael, it looks just like your house on Earth, right? Michael, we originally built this cell to hold you, just in case you ever betrayed us again. Gloom, really? Michael, yeah, it has all the necessary features to nullify your powers and hold you in place. Michael, but we will not need that now, will we? Gloom. Michael, you cannot blame us, bro. You are an incredibly dangerous guy when you want to be. Michael, a lot of angels have died by your blade. A lot. And not everybody has forgotten that. Gloom, but why does it look like my lair? Michael, somebody suggested it would be more comfortable for you because it's familiar. Michael, it did not matter to me either way, so I approved the design. Winona stumbles again. Her skin has become so pale, and her eyes look like they are unable to focus. Michael, the Doombringer looks weak enough for the final death now. Michael comes and takes Winona, and drags her to some chains. He fixes the chains to her wrist, before stepping back to admire his own handiwork. Michael, she looks so innocent, does she not? Michael, but I guess all demons do until they reveal their true natures. Michael, am I right or am I right? You disagree with Michael, but there is no point arguing with a stubborn ass like him. In his mind, everyone is corrupt, even his fellow angels. Michael, go on then, Gloom. Finish your task. Michael, kill her and we can go. You look at Winona, hanging on the wall. The poor kid is growing paler with every passing moment. Even her fiery red hair looks like a dull muddy brown now. But her eyes are active, and you see her carefully examining the place that will become her tomb. Michael, bro, come on. Do this quickly and then we can go to your parade. Michael, you need to see the choir I picked out for you. You tighten your fist and fire up your spectral blade. Winona turns to face you, she bites her lip and stares into the space behind you, as if a thought just crossed her mind. It suddenly dawns on you too. Winona, hey, this is exactly how we met. Gloom. Winona, is this ironic or what? Winona, or did I get the meaning wrong? Alanis Morissette kinda messed that up for me. Gloom, she messed it up for all of us, kid. Winona, oh well. You inch forward towards her, and aim your blade at her heart. Rarely, in all your days of hunting demons and angels, have you ever hesitated before striking a death blow. The only time before this was your very first battle, and there have been so many kills since. Your arm is tensed and poised for the strike, but you find yourself unable to do it. Michael, Gloom. You readjust your stance. But in the end, you dispel your blade and back away. As weak as she is right now, your resolve is weaker. Michael, Gloom, buddy. What is going on, bro? Set, save. Save slot, save. Return. Michael, Gloom, buddy. What is, ask Michael to kill Winona himself.
I think we're close enough
Get
now
ready,
that I might start
Michael,
doing some more
Gloom,
saves, scumming,
buddy.
see exactly
What is going on, bro?
what a lot of these different options are.
Get ready to kill Winona.
Or what
Ask
happens if
Michael
you...
to kill Winona himself. Get ready to kill Winona. Michael, Gloom, buddy. What is going on, bro? Get ready to kill Michael, ask Michael to kill Winona. Get ready to kill Winona. Gloom.
Alright,
nothing. Just
starting
wait
at
a
this
minute.
point, I'm going to save at everything, and that way I can kind of rewind and try all the different options.
Michael, hurry.
I know I haven't been
Bro.
doing that for most of the game,
If
but
we
now
were
it's starting
allowed
to get
harm the innocent,
interesting.
I would have sent every angel in heaven to kill her already. Winona's eyes widen when she hears this. You float back to Winona. Gloom, I know you are tired of hearing this question from me, but I have to ask it one last time. Gloom, are you sure you want to die? Winona looks up at you. You notice a fire burning in her eyes that wasn't there before. Michael, why do you need to ask? Of course she does, bro. Michael, she's the Doombringer. All she has to offer anybody is her death. Winona, fuck you, Michael. My name is Winona, and I'll decide for myself what I have to offer the world. Michael lips curl into a snarl. But then he collects himself and fusses with his hair bun. Michael, whatever, you don't have long to live, anyway. You turn back to Winona. Gloom, so, do you still want to die? Winona, to be honest, I'm not so sure. Winona, things seem so different now than they did a few days ago. Winona, I feel so much more alive, so excited about things. Winona, but... Winona, I look at you and Muriel, and I think about how much you've had to endure to get here. Winona, I want you to have this life back. You deserve this, Gloom. She smiles, that rare innocent smile of hers that she normally only reserves for her dog. Gloom, no, don't make this decision because of me. Winona, I once thought of my death as my gift to the world. But now I think of it as my gift to you. Winona, honestly, when I first decided to do this, the idea of sacrificing myself for the world just seemed like the right thing to do. Winona, but I don't really know who I'm saving, and it's not like I felt particularly connected to anyone. Winona, but now there is someone I genuinely care about, and that's you. Gloom, no. Winona, come on, Gloom. It's time for me to move on. Winona, and it's time for you to go back to your wife and your new life. Winona, let's just do what we came here to do. Winona, it's win-win. Save.
That's
Save,
done. I think
save
that
slot,
last one,
save,
last option
return.
won't really do much of anything. Yeah, well, start from the top.
Kill, Gloom. Okay, if this is really what you want, you fire up your spectral blade and point it at Winona's heart. Winona, remember, I asked for this. Gloom. Winona, do it.
Do it.
Winona, I don't care if you do it for Muriel, for yourself, or for me. Winona, just fucking kill me, Gloom. You plunge your blade right through her heart. Winona, Winona, it's happening this time. The warmth fades from her eyes as she looks into yours. Winona, I'm really dying. Winona, thank you, Gloom. You will, always be, my savior, Gloom, I'm sorry. Winona, don't be. I can feel. Winona doesn't finish her sentence as her body goes limp. You withdraw your blade and Winona hangs by the chains. Her head droops to the side, and her empty soulless eyes stare blankly at you. You slash the chains off and let her body fall to the ground. In your long lifetime, you have seen more dead bodies than anybody can imagine, but none have crushed your soul like Winona's. Gloom, I'm so sorry. Michael walks over to examine Winona's body. Michael, you did it, bro. Michael, the Doombringer is dead. Michael, the forces of light have struck a mighty blow against those that defy us. Michael, you, Gloom, you have finally redeemed yourself. Michael, I knew you could do it. I always believed in you. Gloom, yeah, whatever. Michael, you should celebrate. Today, you are allowed back into heaven. Gloom, the boss has allowed it? Michael, oh yes. Well, he will when I tell him the good news. Michael, come on, bro. Do not bother with small details.
Uh-oh.
Come.
But the boss is gonna
Michael,
deny the
let us return
request.
to the light. Gloom, what are we going to do with the body? Michael, leave it. Michael, my seraphim will clean it up. You take one last look at Winona's dead body. Gloom, I'm sorry it turned out this way, kid. Gloom, you got what you wanted, but honestly, you deserved so much more than this. Gloom, I'm going to make sure everybody remembers your sacrifice. 10 years have passed since you killed Winona. Michael allowed you back into heaven as promised, and you mended your relationship with Muriel. You've reintegrated into the celestial community and made some new friends. But the best thing is, you haven't had to kill anyone or anything these past few years. And having spent more time in the light, your body reverted to its previous form. These days, you spend most of your time with Muriel, accompanying her as she fulfills her duties as the Angel of Mercy. When she's not around, you indulge in your new hobby of painting. Muriel, going to start a new painting today? Israel, yeah. Trying to improve my technique. Muriel, well, I think you're getting better and better every day. I'm so proud of you. You flash a practiced smile. Muriel, I have to go down to the mortal realm with L'Oreal for a little while. Muriel, work never ends. Israel, but you enjoy your work. Muriel, and you'll be waiting here for me when I return, right? Israel, of course. I'll miss you while you're away. Muriel, I will miss you too. She gets ready to fly off, but pauses. Muriel, I am glad you have given up your weapons, Israel. Painting is more meaningful, is it not? Israel, yes, it is. Muriel, okay, see you later, my love. She takes off into the skies, leaving you alone with your paints. You place your brush on the canvas and start
Michael
painting.
popping up over there? I'm just gonna assume it's a glitch.
Just as you did yesterday. And the day before. Like the day before that. Israel, yes. Life is more meaningful now. Israel, definitely more meaningful than it was before. You look at the colors and shapes you've put onto the canvas, and you can't help but feel that something's missing. Ending 4, The More Things Change. Written by Drew Penn.
Okay.
Gloom, so, I guess it's time to say thanks for playing this game. Written by Drew Penn, Winona, yeah, I hope you didn't think it sucked. Written by
It was pretty good.
Drew Penn, Gloom, of course it didn't suck. Designed by Drew Penn, Winona, you're just biased because it's our game. Designed by Drew Penn, Gloom, we spent a year making it not suck, and filling it with meaningful stuff. Designed by Drew Penn, Winona, what? All that crap about finding purpose in life? Coded by Drew Penn, Winona, shit sticks, dude. People just want to see some tits and ass. It's almost as if you don't understand this genre.
There are a lot of visual novels that fit that description.
Coded by Drew Penn, Gloom, If that's what they want, then why are you the cover model? Coded by Drew Pan, Gloom. Maybe we should have used Muriel as the key art for the game. Art by Drew Pan, Winona. Sure, I might be as flat as your jokes. Art by Drew Pan, Winona. But I've got personality, more facial expressions, and legs that go all the way past the bottom of the screen. Art by Drew Pan, Gloom. Not if I cut them off. Art by Drew Pan, Winona. My legs will grow back, unlike yours, Casper. Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Mr. Yesterday, glad you made it to the end. Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Mr. Yesterday, so, you did as you were told and killed Winona. Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Mr. Yesterday, well, that was the plan all along, I guess. Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Mr. Yesterday, you know, if you're ever curious about what else could have happened, you can always visit a time shaman. Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Mr. Yesterday, we can help you rewind, and try the other choices. Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Annoying guy, but you said it couldn't be done before. There is absolutely no continuity in your powers.
But there is in saves
Original
coming.
music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Annoying guy, why would anyone want to replay this game anyway? It's so linear. Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Mr. Yesterday, I'm sure some people want to find that hidden sex scene.
Uh-oh, hidden sex scene.
Original music by EFF Pan and Justin C. Annoying guy, where? Special guest co-writer. The Roger and Sophie prologue. Simon Cutting. Trailer voice talent. Adam Tunong, Hamako, prepare
That
for
name
trouble.
is so cutting.
Special guest co-writer. The Roger and Sophie prologue. Simon Cutting. Trailer voice talent. Adam Tunong, name is off, make it double. Special guest co-writer. The Roger and Sophie prologue. Simon Cutting. Trailer voice talent. Adam Tunong, Joe Diolat. You guys got the wrong catchphrase again. Special guest co-writer. The Roger and Sophie prologue. Simon Cutting. Trailer voice talent. Adam Tunong, Hamako, Crass. We always mess that up. Songs. Avasik Dream 2. End credits song. Written by Lee Amazmil. Performed by Lee Amazmil and Morphine. Gloom's themes. By EFF Pan. Winona's themes. By Justin Seek, L'Oreal, Muriel, I Am Proper Disappointed in You. Songs. Avasik Dream 2. End credits song. Written by Lee Amazmil. Performed by Lee Amazmil and Morphine.
Okay, I think I need
Gloom's
to turn
themes.
this off and just
Self-voicing disabled.
manually read this here. Muriel, why? What did I do? L'Oreal, you grew from being the sad, jilted wife to becoming a strong, independent woman. But then you buggered it all up by taking him back in again. Katerina, L'Oreal is right, you betrayed your own growth. Muriel, he atoned. He spent 400 years seeking forgiveness. Bollocks, 400 years of saying sorry is still just saying sorry. Katerina, is more convincing when someone shows that they have changed for better. Muriel, what do you want him to do exactly? Songs Lucia's theme by Justin Seek, Muriel's theme by Justin Seek, Boombringer's theme by F. Pan. Katerina, it is not what we want him to do, it is what you should do. L'Oreal, just live for yourself. Katerina, you don't need no man. L'Oreal, just because you are a woman in one of these games does not mean you have to be someone's love interest. Okay. Songs, Tension, Danger by F. Pan, Heaven Song by Justin C. Off Stage, The Katerina Fight by F. Pan. Katarina, your role in this game is supporting character, but your character does not have to be about supporting somebody else. L'Oreal, be loud and proud. You ought to act like you will get your own spin-off game someday. Muriel, girls, I am not supporting him. This is something I want for myself. Songs, Church by F. Pan, The Cathedral Heck by Justin Seek, The Dungeon by Justin Seek. I am allowed to love and be with someone without sacrificing my own identity. You can hate the patriarchy and still love a man, you know. Katarina, perhaps we were too quick to judge. L'Oreal, I guess women should support other women. Muriel, I forgive you too. Song, April's Moonlight, the final choice scene by Lou Mesnil. Winnie Hapful, the happy ending song by Justin Seek. Boomsday by F. Pan. Song, Airy Fairy 2, prologue by F. Pan. L'Oreal, well, you are the angel of mercy, you will forgive everyone. Muriel, we should do a game together, just us. Katarina, I wonder if there is a market for that. Maybe, it could be good. And the rest of the game was kind of interesting. My initial playtesters who were so generous with their time and whose opinions helped shape the game. Joanne Chung, Simon Cutting, and Chermaine Pan. So I'm thinking the Simon Cutting, they were probably, used his name to inspire all the cutting phrases. Sophie, do you notice how all the choices you made during the game affected the choices and situations and later scenes? Oh yeah, especially in part 4. That's what I meant when I said at the beginning that choices define you and have future implications. Roger, how does that work? Sophie, it's simple. It just includes an invisible score that the player is not aware of. And the choices during the game affect that score, which in turn affects how scenes play out. Alright, more playtesters. Patrick Lim, Louise Lai, Yvonne Cheng. Alright, Sophie, it's like that sci-fi game with all the kinky alien sex, except here the blue-red meter is hidden from you. Roger, you sure know a lot about game design for a cheerleader. Sophie, I read a lot of game design documents. Alright, more playtesters. T. Shang Ian, Po Kun Kiat, Chao Kun Lin. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing these correctly, but there you go. Roger. Really? Sophie, okay, I fucked a few gamers. Roger, a few? Sophie, okay, a lot of gamers. I'm not sure knowledge transfers via semen, but sure, whatever. Dedicated to my wife and kids for being my biggest fans. I like who I am because I care so much about you. Oh, that's sweet. Nathaniel, so you want to skateboard or just pick up a pre-loved skateboard from a second-hand classified and give it a shot. You will definitely fall, but that is nothing to be embarrassed about. Try and you will find that many skaters are willing to help you learn, whether you are 6 or 60. Alright, special thanks to my parents for all the video games, Simon Cutting for the many hours spent dissecting the story, Brian Queck and Alicia Lee for all the game dev wisdom, Nathaniel, or perhaps you want to make your own video game, but you do not have the skills. There are many free game engines and assets available, along with video tutorials to teach you how to use them. Special thanks to Lynn So for the insight into mental health issues, Dr. Sachin Saha. Follow at Gaming of the Mind on Twitter for stories promoting positive mental health and gaming. Thomas Cashman, you're a publisher with a halo. Nathaniel, the game you just played was made by someone who has never made a game before. Start small and make a simple game. More special thanks, Aaron Sorkin, Kevin Smith, Amy Sherman Palladino, Chris Metzen, and I Low. Chris Metzen. Is it the World of Warcraft guy? Or was it World of Warcraft? Or am I getting him mixed up with someone? For being the voices in my head. Okay, whatever. Nathaniel, maybe it will not be any good, but you made something that did not exist before. And you are better today than you were yesterday. Well, that's nice. And everyone who supported me through this long journey, thanks for being my bumper bars. I wish you all the best in whatever it is you want to do. Befrienders worldwide. What? International Association for Suicide. Okay, I get it. Trying to hedge off all of the, because there was a bunch of suicide talk in this game, so trying to give you resources here. Befrienders.org and www.iasp.info/resources/crisis centers, crisis_centers, and this is like the European centers with TRES, or whatever. Dangerous Lady, if you have thoughts about suicide or know someone who does, please reach out for help and talk to someone. You can find a confidential helpline for your country on either of these websites. Or if you feel unsafe, please seek urgent medical attention. Remember that you're not alone. So that's just that phrase, you're not alone. You know, you hear that a lot when you're people talking about people like looking for like mental help and whatever. But is being alone really that big of a deciding factor? It almost seems like it's people say, "Oh, you're not alone," as a just kind of like almost a conditioned response. But like, I'm not saying I mean, don't look for help or anything. It's just that phrase. It just doesn't. Where did it come from, and does it actually like mean anything? You know, like if someone's having problems, it's like, oh well, I'm having problems, but lots of other people are having problems too, so that makes me feel better. I mean, that doesn't really seem like that really works. So I don't know. It's like one of those phrases that I guess people use, but I guess don't really think about. But whatever. Anyway. Pour myself a little more tea here. Beyond Blue, beyondblue.org.au, Black Dog Institute, blackdoginstitute.org.au, resources-support. Most of the time, someone else will be able to see our gifts more clearly than we can ourselves. These websites have great resources to help you learn about mental well-being. You should know that no matter how bleak things feel, there is always a way through. We are all stronger than we give ourselves credit for. It's Hudson time. What is Hudson time? Game over, man. Game over. Oh, is it a reference to that line from Aliens? Okay, whatever. We got time. Let's go and refuse to kill Winona. Oh, let me turn the auto voicer back on.
Refuse to kill Winona. You back away from Winona. Winona, what are you doing? Winona, Gloom, just finish this. Gloom, no, I will not kill you. Gloom, you deserve better than this. You lean in closer to Winona and whisper softly to her. Gloom, hey kid, listen. Gloom, watching over you the past few days has been more meaningful than anything I've done in the past. Gloom, so I'd rather keep doing that. Gloom, I think it's what I'm meant to do. Winona, but what about your plans? What about Muriel? Gloom, don't worry about that. Winona, Michael is not going to let us leave like that, you know. Gloom, yeah, there will be some fighting involved. Winona, do you really want to do this? Winona, you went through so much to find your way back to your friends. You do this and you might have to fight them. Gloom, it won't be the first time. Gloom, the only question is, do you want to get out of here? See where you can go in life? Gloom, because I'll be there for you if you do. Gloom, remember, your gift was the only reason I could save the lady from jumping the other night. Gloom, this happened because of your actions. Gloom, you are meant for more than death. Winona bites her lip and looks at her shoes. You look over at Michael, who is starting to tap his foot impatiently. Winona, okay, Gloom. I want to live. Gloom, then let's get out of here. Michael, what's going on, bro? Michael, we have a parade waiting for you. Quit stalling so we can go. Michael, it took me a long time to pick the right choir for you. Gloom, I'm sorry to rain on your parade. Michael, Gloom, but I'm not killing the kid. Gloom, Winona and I are leaving. Michael seethes with anger, causing his man bun to twitch. Michael, what are you talking about? Gloom, Michael, You're so close. This is the one last thing that stands between you and salvation. Michael, I have been so generous, going back and forth with the big boss, pleading with him to let you back. Michael, you are going to make me look bad if I do not deliver, bro. Gloom, yeah well, why don't you write a blog post about it? Michael, come on. Take out that glowing sword of yours, and stab it. Gloom, she is still just a girl, Michael. Michael, why do I have to keep telling you guys? She is the Doombringer, she is not a girl, Gloom, but she's not yet a demon. Gloom, Winona deserves to live. Michael, I'm asking you again, Gloom. Still using my nice voice here. Michael, 400 years, I've been on your side trying to help you out. Michael, come on, you owe me. You glare at him with your fiery eyes. Your spectral blade bursts out of your fist. Michael, yes, kill it. And you cut Winona's chains off with a single swipe. Winona slowly gets back onto her feet and dusts herself off. Michael, why? Michael, I was being your friend. Michael, I fought for your second chance. Michael, how can you do this to me, bro? Gloom, it's the right thing to do, Michael. Gloom, come on, kid. Let's go. Michael, I may not be able to harm the Doombringer. Michael rushes over and pulls Winona away from you. Michael, but I can definitely smite a wayward wraith. Michael dashes out and slams his holy mace into your gut, stunning you for a moment. He knocks you down with a swing of the mace into your skull. And smashes you again and again. Winona,
there's an animation.
They leave him alone. Michael leaps up into the air and smashes your head so hard the explosive force knocks Winona off her feet. You feel your head crack open that time. Michael, remember how I said some random person suggested to make this dungeon look like your lair? Michael, that was me. Michael, I know you felt trapped and helpless in your pathetic life in the mortal world, Michael, and I wanted to remind you of that forever. I could not think of a better way to torture you. Gloom, Yard. Michael, feeling stuck is not a good way to spend eternity, is it? Michael, so you had better kill her soon, or I will lock you in here. Winona, I said leave him alone. Michael, for what? You might become the Doombringer someday, but right now you are nothing but an insect. Michael, worse yet, a little girl insect. Useless and weak. Michael, and you know what I am, Michael, I am an archangel. Nothing happens here without my approval, Michael, and I do not approve of you being alive. Gloom, Winona, run. Michael, where can she go, bro? The two of you are in my domain now. Michael, you know, I am really tired of you. You have always acted as if my rules do not apply to you. Michael, then everyone flocks to you like you are some big hero, and you all laugh at me for being the unpopular guy. Michael, why am I the unpopular guy? For wanting order? For wanting things in their proper places? Michael, face it, deep down inside you want someone to tell you your place. You hate the burden of responsibility. Michael, you need me to make the tough choices for you. Gloom, do you know why nobody likes you? Michael, why? Gloom, you talk too much. Michael, well, I run this place, and you will listen to everything I have to say. Winona, no. Michael, what is going on?
Doombringer time.
Gloom, you dumb fuck bucket, you just triggered your own prophecy. Michael, what do you mean I triggered the prophecy? You stare at the shadow that has appeared behind Michael. Michael, what are you talking about? Bro, why are you staring behind him, Michael? Oh, Michael, Christ. There is something behind me, right? Michael slowly turns around. And you both stare at a frightening sight? It's Winona, but at the same time it's also not her. Her hair is wild and writhes around with a life of its own. Blood continually drips from her mouth and eyes, and she snarls like a feral creature. The Doombringer has awakened within her. Flames suddenly erupt from her arms as the bleeding intensifies from her eyes. Doombringer, get away from him, you bitch. You quickly duck out of the way as
Alien
Winona
reference.
unleashes 2 jets of hellfire that slam Michael into the wall behind him. He desperately holds up his mace to block the flames, but her unholy fury overwhelms his holy weapon. Winona slowly approaches Michael while still sustaining the 2 jets of hellfire. The Archangel is slowly forced down by the heat of the flames. Doombringer, you've been using Gloom all this time, haven't, Doombringer, making him gather all those demon horns for some reason. Michael, it was penance for his sins. Doombringer, what were you going to do with the horns, Michael? Doombringer, tell me. Winona increases the size of the flames, scorching his wings and his face badly. His armor is starting to melt onto his flesh. Michael, Gloom, stop her. Stop her please, bro. You think carefully about this. Normally, you would love to see Michael burn to death, like the witches he used to persecute, but you worry that Winona's innocence is also at stake here. Do you stop Winona from burning Michael?
Save scum. I
save
save
slot
scum is
6.
what I do.
Say, return. Do you stop Winona from burning Michael?
I want to let him burn
Let him
first.
burn. Stopping Winona would mean helping Michael, and you don't want to do that. Gloom, you always were an asshole. Michael, no. No. Arg. Winona turns up the hellfire, and Michael's armor and flesh melt off his body. When she fully expends her hellfire, Michael is nothing more than a charred body and some burned feathers floating in the hot air. Doombringer, I did it. Doombringer, I burned that motherfucker down. Doombringer, that felt good. Gloom, well, Gloom, he was always full of hot air. Gloom. Michael's body stirs. Doombringer, he's still alive? Michael, had. You, have, attacked an angel. Michael, you are, sinless, no more. Michael dies with a crooked smile on his face. Doombringer, what does he mean by that? Gloom. Doombringer, what is he so happy about that? Gloom, the only thing stopping the angels of heaven from harming you was the fact that you were free from sin. Gloom, but that's not the case anymore, so Michael's seraphim are coming for us now. Gloom, getting back to the gate is going to be very difficult. Doombringer, in that case. Winona ignites the hellfire from her arms again. Doombringer, let's bring the doom. The two of you rush out the door and storm your way to the gate. The two of you fight your way back to the gate, side by side. It's nice to fight alongside someone again. You've been hunting solo for so long, you've almost forgotten how to fight with a partner. In some ways, she reminds you of the days when you fought alongside her mother. Luce and Winona both have a similar instinct for battle. While you are busy fending off and disabling Seraphim, Winona has quickly gotten the hang of her Doombringer powers, shooting hellfire to keep the other angels at bay. You are, however, a little worried about how quickly she has adopted her powers, and how willing she is to use them. Gloom, kid, easy on the flames. Gloom, try to disable their wings or just hold them off. Gloom, we don't really want to burn them to death. Doombringer, why? It's easier to just burn them all out of the sky. Gloom, they're not evil. They're just doing Michael's bidding. Doombringer, fuck em, Gloom. I've met plenty of these minion types on Earth, and they're just as bad as the masters they serve. You look around and survey the carnage, trying to find the best route to the gate. Doombringer, Gloom. The clouds are on fire. Doombringer, is that really possible? Gloom, you're also walking on clouds right now, so just don't question the physics of this place. Scanning ahead, you see two possible paths that you can take to reach the gate. However, both paths are blocked by a guardian. L'Oreal guards the left path, while Nathaniel protects the other. There is no other way around. You will have to confront one of these two angels. You might be able to reason with Nathaniel, but you fear what you would have to do if he doesn't back down. You have no such reservations about challenging L'Oreal, but she is also a tougher fighter. Which path will you take? Save.
The path of saves.
Next file. Save. Return. Which path will you take? Go right and confront Nathaniel. You take the right path and come face to face with your old friend. Nathaniel, Azrael, please stop. Nathaniel, we cannot allow her to return to the mortal realm. Gloom, she's not dying today. Nathaniel, Nathaniel, I am fond of Winona too, but she is already becoming the Doombringer and she is significantly dangerous. Nathaniel, perhaps we can keep her here until we find a way to cure her. Gloom, everyone here is just trying to find a way to kill her, and I won't let that happen. Gloom, please just back away. Nathaniel, Gloom, the last time we fought, you lost your eyes. Gloom, you may lose even more this time. Nathaniel, I probably will, but I am bound to protect heaven. Gloom, this whole place is a fallacy. You know this as well as I do. Gloom, come with me. We'll leave together and do some actual good for the world. Nathaniel, where you are going, I cannot accompany you. Nathaniel readies his skateboard in his attack stance. Gloom, are we really going to have to do this? Gloom, it won't end well for you. Nathaniel, I am aware of how this will likely end and I do not look forward to it. Nathaniel, however, it is my duty as a servant of the light to stop you. Gloom, I can't hold back, you know. Nathaniel, and so you should not. Not now, or anymore. Gloom, Winona, please give us some space. Doombringer, okay. She stays back to hold off the incoming Seraphim. Gloom, ready. Nathaniel, Nathaniel, last chance for you to surrender. Azrael, Nathaniel, it will not look good for you to be defeated by a blind person. Nathaniel and you charge at each other with your weapons poised and ready for a giant clash. Then all of a sudden, he reverses his swing and throws the skateboard away. Without anything to deflect its path, your blade plunges right through Nathaniel's chest plate. Mortally wounded, Nathaniel collapses onto the ground. You rush over to his dying body. Gloom, why did you just do that? Nathaniel, Nathaniel, Gloom, my skateboard, it is my gift to Winona. Nathaniel, take her and get out of here. Protect her soul. Gloom, you're the dumbest angel of wisdom ever. Nathaniel, he's dead. Aristotle lands on Nathaniel's body and bows his head. Gloom, I'm sorry, Aristotle. Winona rushes over, and stares at Nathaniel's body. Doombringer, oh no. Nathaniel, Gloom, duty required him to stop us from leaving, so he sacrificed himself to let us pass. You pick up the epic skateboard and pass it to Winona. Gloom, here, he wanted you to have this. Winona receives epic skateboard. Doombringer, thank you, Nathaniel. Doombringer, I'll look after this one well. Gloom, let's go. The gate is just over there. The two of you rush to the gate, where a small group of Seraphim has gathered to defend it. Gloom, you ready for one last push? Doombringer, are we fighting or giving birth? Nice to see her sense of humor is still there. Gloom, let's go then. The two of you push forward towards the gate, using hate blasts and hellfire to scatter the angels. Michael's Seraphim do their best to hold their ground, but your combined firepower overwhelms them with ease. All the remaining Seraphim are either knocked down or escape, opening a clear path to the gate. You feel a bit worried again when Winona starts shooting at the fleeing angels. Doombringer, we're almost there. Gloom, we're going home. Gloom, that's right, we're going. Muriel, Azrael. You stop in your tracks as Muriel lands in front of you. Muriel, what? You fought so hard to get back home, and now you are just going to throw it all away again. Gloom, I have to help Winona. It's the, Muriel, right thing to do. Muriel, there is always something else that is the right thing to do. Muriel, last time it was fighting a war with Lucia, and now it is rescuing her daughter. Muriel, then you run away, break my heart, and spend 400 years praying for forgiveness. Doombringer, you pray. You shrug to Winona. Sometimes when the nights were long, you just didn't know what else to do. Muriel, yes, and I heard every one of them. And as deeply as you wounded me, I forgave you. Muriel, and now that we are so close to reconciling, You want to run away yet again. Muriel, what is your damage, Israel? Muriel, were you lying all the time? Muriel, was all this just a game to you? Gloom, Muriel, it's not that. Muriel, what then? Do you need me to change some more? Muriel, what do I have to do to make you stay? Gloom, I want to stay, but I still have to do this. Muriel, what? Gloom, I have to do something meaningful to make you proud of me. To make you see me the way I want you to. Muriel, but I am proud of you. I could not be any prouder. Gloom, no, there's nothing to be proud of. Gloom, I'm just a guy with a sword. A guy who makes a lot of mistakes. I need to be more than that. Muriel, you already are. You are my husband, you complete me. Muriel, you do not need to prove anything further to me. Gloom, it's just.
Save. More saves.
Save. Gloom, ask Muriel to come with you. Gloom, what, don't you come with us? Gloom, come with me this time. Muriel, no, I cannot. Muriel, please do not force me to make a choice like that. Muriel, I have responsibilities, Israel. I cannot just drop them and leave to follow you on your crusades.
1 sec. A little more tea.
Muriel, I have to be true to my own purpose too. Muriel, it will not be fair for me to give up everything just to be your wife. Muriel glares at you for a long awkward moment. Muriel, just stay, Israel. Please. Muriel, send her away if you must, I will help you cover it up. Muriel, but stay here with me. Muriel, I do not care if I am not your world, as long as you are in mine. Gloom, Muriel, you look at Winona, who looks back at you with a confused look. Doombringer, Gloom. I thought we were supposed to, but suddenly, Winona breaks the silence. Doombringer, oh fuck this. Winona steps up and ignites her arms, before pointing at Muriel. Doombringer, you. Muriel, Doombringer, you are the reason Gloom can't move forward. Doombringer, always holding him back, keeping his soul trapped in some downward spiral. Gloom, that's not true. It's not her fault. Doombringer, yes it is. She and every other angel in this place have broken you with their bullshit. Doombringer, but I'm not going to let them trap you in the past any longer. Winona lets loose a stream of hellfire, but Muriel quickly defends herself with a divine shield. Gloom, Winona, what are you doing? Winona shoots another stream of hellfire at Muriel, slowly burning away her divine shield. Doombringer, remember what Mr. Yesterday said about people who are trapped in the past? Doombringer, that's you, Gloom. And I'm pulling you out of this death loop. Winona intensifies her hellfire, and Muriel's shield starts melting. Muriel, I can't hold this shield up for much longer, Israel. Muriel, save me from the Doombringer. Doombringer, don't listen to her, Gloom. You're going to feel a lot better when I finish this. Gloom, stop this now, Winona. Doombringer, I'm doing this for you. Muriel's shield has moments left before it falls. Save. Save. Muriel's shield has moments. Kill Winona. Gloom, last chance, Winona. Let her go now. Doombringer, almost there. Just a few more. Doombringer, Doombringer, Gloom. But I was only trying to. Gloom, sorry, kid. Gloom, you were out of control. 10 years have passed since you killed Winona. The chaos from the Doombringer incident has been cleaned up, and everyone has largely moved on. Except for those who died, of course. Of those who survived, many still view you with suspicion. You deal with it by mostly keeping to yourself. Luckily during this time, you mended your relationship with Muriel. But the best thing is, you haven't had to kill anyone or anything these past few years. And having spent more time in the light, your body reverted to its previous form. These days, you spend most of your time with Muriel, accompanying her as she fulfills her duties as the angel of mercy. When she's not around, you indulge Muriel, going to special guest
Okay, and then from there on it's the same thing. I've already played longer than I was expecting to tonight, so we'll go through some more of these endings or whatever tomorrow or next time. So till next time, later.